organisation that represents voluntary music making. We have 3,000 members from all sorts of genres, ordinary choirs, community choirs, steel bands, handbell ringers, orchestras, and we have gospel choirs. And I have to admit, this is the first time I've been to a gospel choir concert. And I'm absolutely blown away. It's been amazing.
You don't know what you've been missing out on.
I belong to a community choir called Energize, and I now know what energized singing is like. And it's a bit different from what we do. Making Music tries to provide a whole range of services to voluntary music groups so that they can get on and, if you like, make music. So we provide a range of services, things like insurance, advice, legal advice, all sorts of things. And if any of you are interested in finding more about what we do, then Katie is here and will be happy to provide some information. But I'm not here this evening to advertise making music. One of the things that we do is that we have an award. At this stage, I need to put my glasses on, that recognises outstanding contribution to the musical life of the local community. But in this case tonight, we're looking not only at the local community, but the national and international voluntary music community. It's a prestigious award because it first of all recognises the importance of voluntary music. It also acknowledges and celebrates the contribution of someone special, someone valued in their musical community. And before I go on to present the award, I'd like to take a few moments to reflect why the work that the 4 choirs that are here this evening, why the work they do is so important. Voluntary music has a huge impact in all sorts of ways. First of all, at a personal level, the medical profession at long last is beginning to realise what we all know, and that is that singing is good for you. There's now lots of evidence that people who sing regularly enjoy better health, they have higher levels of well-being, they are more resilient to stand the strains of life. And it's now beginning to be used to help people who have long-term conditions, people with dementia, people with chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. A whole range of illnesses are being helped by singing and by music. We know that group singing helps build a sense of community, and most choirs actually contribute to their broader community, often through fundraising and other activities. The reality is that voluntary music is the bedrock of our music ecology. It's the first stepping stone for most people on a professional career. Without voluntary music, our professional music industry would be very, very much weaker. Also, the work that you do in your choirs provides a positive economic impact in your local community. And voluntary music does all this with virtually no burden on the public purse. And at the same time, it provides joy to audiences, and I've experienced some of that joy with you this evening. So it's important that you understand that the beneficial impact that you give contributes much further than you might think. And it puts in context this award, because voluntary groups can't achieve what they do without the role of their music directors. Every music director deserves credit for what they help to create. Today, however, we are here to acknowledge not just any music director, but a very special one, and one that you have nominated. And that is, of course, Andrea Encinas. Our American cousins use the word awesome rather too lightly, but if you go to Andrea's LinkedIn webpage and read what she has achieved, then that is awesome. It's breathtaking. I'm going to talk a little bit about Andrea now, and there is so much here that it makes sense for me to read it. Andrea is a founder member of the London Community Gospel Choir, which is one of the most successful and inspirational gospel choirs in the UK. She also founded and directs British Gospel Arts Consortium, the leading provider of gospel music, singing training and education to schools, colleges, community, church and corporate sectors. In doing that, she has delivered many gospel singing workshops and performances in institutions and private companies. She has masterminded and spearheaded a wide variety of local, national and international projects and initiatives linking gospel music, the community, and she's pushed the boundaries and made a difference to people's lives, both musically and otherwise. A few examples of Andrea's impact. She's opened up choral music to people with disabilities. She's collaborated with Pakistani Christians, fusing traditional gospel music with Asian rhythms. She even took the gospel music into swimming pools in South London as part of her Swim Gospel project. She's brought people together, young people together from North and East London in her the Sing Thing project. She's collaborated with artist Barbie Asante to create the Funk Chorus with performances and performance workshops in leading London venues. And Andrea has more recently done things on a bigger scale, where her visionary, artistic and management skills have truly come into their own. These projects have raised awareness of gospel music way beyond the local communities. They have touched and impacted on the lives of thousands of people. Andrea has delivered the BGA's Millennium Arts Programme. She's helped set up and deliver the Valencia Gospel Festival in Italy. She's delivered the London Community Gospel Choir's 30-year celebration at the Royal Festival Hall. She's curated and organised the first ever BBC Gospel Proms at the Royal Albert Hall. It goes on. And she's founded 2 gospel training choirs, one of whom we heard this evening. The other choir is the Big Choir, an unauditioned inclusive training choir for adults of all ethnicities, ages, beliefs and abilities and disabilities. And since its inception in 2012, it has grown to almost 70 members who share an aspiration to grow and learn together. It's a choir that's been very successful, and you referred just now to its success last week. And I'd now like to move on really from Andrea's achievements to talk a little bit about her as an individual. And I can't personally do that, so I am actually going to borrow from the submission that was made to Making Music to propose that we should honour Andrea. And it reads, Andrea Encinas is one of the most inspirational women I've ever met. She has worked tirelessly for 30 years to bring gospel music to everyone in her local community and beyond, whatever their ethnicity, nationality, age, beliefs or ability. Her work brings people together in the spirit of music, artistic excellence and positive values rooted in Christianity, yet open to other forms of spiritual expression. Andrea's work creates and develops supportive, inclusive and diverse musical communities. And it raises awareness of and interest in gospel music beyond the church audiences in which it is mostly known and practiced. Andrea's impact goes beyond improving musical skills, life and development of individuals, singing groups and communities. As her initiatives gain increased profile and recognition, she is making an outstanding contribution to gospel music itself at local, national, and international levels. In raising its profile and awareness with new audiences, she is inspiring new people to get involved. Andrea is an impressive personality who dares to dream big, and she is able to bring her dreams into reality too. She has an artistic and humanitarian vision of spreading the joy of gospel music, getting people involved with it, and creating communities through it. Uniquely, she combines this vision with an entrepreneurial spirit, management skills, and music and artwork connections to make it happen on a large scale. Her skills and talents are extensive. They span the arts, social and political engagement, spirituality and religion, as well as management. She's been has been and is a passionate visionary, a singer, a dancer, a commissioned performance poet, a founder of organisations, a leader of social projects and enterprises, a community builder, a stage and events manager, a choir director, a vocal coach, and a workshop leader. Her humanity and genuine love of people, as well as her strength, focus and energy, have enabled her to pull off truly Herculean tasks in service of her vision and of the individuals, group and community she works with. Now, I don't think that can be written about anyone unless there's real love and affection for that individual.
Reads like an MB.
And so, in recognition of these Herculean achievements, it gives me really great pleasure to present to Andrea the Lady Hilary Groves Prize, which is a certificate signed by the Duchess of Kent.
You know your MB is coming soon. Hold it up, hold it up. Oops, hold on.
Thank you very much. Those speeches, I think, Ken said it all. Thank you.
Sorry.